Stories of Northwestern Railway, Chapter 2, The Lead Mines Arc, Episode 19, The Opening of the Mines. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and Thomas was in the yards, hunting Annie and Clarabelle back into them. Workers uncoupled Thomas from Annie and Clarabelle. Alright, Annie and Clarabelle, you guys stay here. And with that, Thomas puffed off. Alright, Thomas, there. But as Thomas puffed along, he saw something a bit weird. Wait, what's going on over there? Right where Thomas was at, he could see a little switch near the yards. Well, that's weird, said Thomas. I don't remember any switches being over there. But Thomas shrugged it off and puffed off. Soon, Thomas entered the big station. Topham Hatt was there. Oh, hello, Thomas. Hey, sir. I was just going to ask, why is there like a switch near Knapford Yards? Oh, well, I was just about to tell you this. Today, we're opening a new mines. There'll be a set of switches in Knapford Yards, and that junction will lead to what we'll call it, the lead mines. The lead mines will be, something kind of like our quarry and the clay pits. Trucks will be sitting there to be loaded up with stone and will be taken to either the clay pits or our quarry, or, any quarry on the railway. Oh, so that explains it. Well, I might as well go to my friends about this. And with that, Thomas puffed off. That day, Thomas arrived at Tippett Sheds to tell the engines about the new mines. Alright, Thomas, what's this that you want to talk about? Well, Topham Hatt is opening a new mine, something called the lead mines near Knapford Yards. Well, that's exciting, said Henry. Well, isn't exciting for me, said James. I don't want my red, splendid paint to get all covered in quarry dust. Well, James, you want to worry about that, because I'll be the engine working there. Oh, don't be silly, Thomas. I don't think you need to be working at mines anyways. Mines are dangerous. A few engines probably got trapped in mines. So I don't think you should be in any. Oh, stop being so, grumpy, Gordon. And plus, what's so bad about some mines? You know he's gonna get hurt, right? Let him go. He deserves a reason why not to be at mines. As soon as Topham Hatt announced that the lead mines were open, Thomas puffed to the lead mines. As Thomas puffed closer, he saw a sign. What does that say? The sign read, "Danger! Engines must not pass this floor." What are they going to do? And with that, Thomas puffed off. Thomas jolted so hard that his driver jumped out. Thomas, wait! Thomas didn't listen to the warning and continued on. The ground was unstable and it soon broke, leaving a hole. "Cinders and ashes!" yelled Thomas, and he went into the mine. "Cinders and ashes!" yelled Thomas. "I've sunk! And he was. Gordon was sent to rescue Thomas. He fallen into the mine, hasn't he? Said Gordon. As soon as Thomas heard Gordon's whistle, he knew that he was coming. Earlier, Thomas had made a mistake by teasing Gordon about the last time that he fell into a ditch and he smelled like ditch water. Soon, Gordon came puffing into the place. Well, look who it is! It's the tank engine who fell into the mines. Alright, Gordon, just shut up and get me out of here. Alright, I'll take a break on teasing for once. Alright, Gordon, are you ready? Said Gordon's driver. Oh, I was born ready, said Gordon. Pull! Yelled the driver. What's going on? Said Gordon. Soon the ground started shaking. Gordon, the ground's unstable, yelled the driver. As soon as Gordon heard that, he tried his best to get out. What's going on? The hole got bigger and soon took Gordon down with Thomas. Soon, Thomas and Gordon were both sunk into the mines. At night, Thomas and Gordon were sleeping at Knapford Sheds. But both of them soon started dreaming. Gordon, why the heck do we just scream at the same time? I don't know. Do we have the same dream? I think so. In my dream, I saw me, but like, I don't know, like broken. Same here. I saw you over there. I had no pupils. Well, if we screamed at the same time, did we have the same dream? I think we might have. I think the only way we can stop that dream from happening again is by going to that exact same place. You don't mean. Yes, I mean it. We're going back to the lead mines. Well, if we're doing this, alright. I'll be on the turntable first. Then when I get off the turntable, you'll go next. Alright. Soon, Thomas and Gordon puffed right to the switch. Thomas's driver, Bob, got out Thomas's cab and changed the switch. Alright, let's go. Soon, Thomas and Gordon entered lead mines. Soon, Thomas and Gordon stopped at a sign that was all too familiar to Thomas. Wait, Thomas, what's that sign right there? Thomas read the board. Danger! Engines must not pass this board. Well, Gordon, back then, I think back in 1983, when you first came here to save me, I kind of didn't listen to the sign, and that's how I ended up in that little hole. Oh, alright. But Thomas soon got scared as he looked in front of them. Right in front of them was the hole. Thomas could make out something in the hole. It wasn't familiar because he was far away. Alright, Gordon, are you ready? Yes, Thomas. Puff along now. Thomas looked back in front of him and puffed off. Thomas knew he would regret looking what was inside the hole, but he had no choice. Thomas was surprised. Gordon, you might want to come and look at this. Gordon flipped a switch and stopped at a siding, and they were both shocked. Right in front of Thomas and Gordon were two engines. A tender with a number 4, an NWR Grizzly Class 1A, an E2 with a number 1, 6 small wheels, but the rest of the E2 was buried in the quarry rocks. Is that us? I think it is, said Thomas. But how? We're literally up here. Well, if we're up here, then who are those? Soon they heard a man walk by. I think you two are in need of answers, said Topham Hatt. Sir Topham Hatt, said Thomas and Gordon. Yes. Those two engines in front of you are you, Thomas, and Gordon. Back then, Thomas made a mistake by not listening to the danger sign and fell into this hole. You, Gordon, tried to help Thomas, but the ground was too unstable for an engine like you. So the ground collapsed, leading to making a bigger hole. You and Thomas were buried there. Edward, the breakdown train, and me tried to help you guys out, but it was already too late. So what did we do? We saved your faces and put on a new body. But so we're not like older selves? No. Back then the Solar Steamworks didn't really exist. So all we had to do was just leave the two of you there for forever. And now that the two of you have found out about this, I'm probably planning on taking these bodies to the scrapyard. Thomas just stared into the hole. The engines that were in that hole was them, just older versions. Thomas just stared. I'm very sorry about this, Thomas. I'm sorry that you and Gordon had to know about this. It's okay, said Topham Hatt. I'm fine. It's just, I'm surprised that we were still able to survive that. Thomas, let's get going. We need to get some rest before tomorrow. You're right, Gordon. Let's go. And with that, Gordon and Thomas puffed off. One day, Thomas was puffing along in Knapford Yards. He was still suspicious about the last time he went to the library. As Thomas was getting ready to go back to the sheds, he stopped at the switch. Thomas stopped at the switch. I wonder. If I go that way, I'll just go back to the sheds and call it a day. But if I go this way, I could probably explore more of the lead mines. You know what? Let's do it. I need to find more answers. And with that, the point switched and Thomas puffed on. As soon as Thomas entered the area, the sky turned red. Gosh, why did it get so red? Thomas puffed along the track. It got cloudy as Thomas was reaching towards the lead mines. But as soon as Thomas turned the corner, it all got dark. Whoa. Everything just got so dark. Thomas continued anyways. Thomas saw the rocks. He knew he was there. Thomas soon reached where the hole was. He puffed towards it. But Thomas was surprised. Wait, but the bodies, they're gone! Gosh, I don't like this at all. But then suddenly, Thomas was speechless as he looked ahead. Thomas didn't know what was in front of him, but he could make out a face. A ruined one. Who the heck is that? Said Thomas. Hello? No response. Alright, dude, speak up. No response came from the engine. Suddenly, something happened. The eyes of the engine changed back to normal. The engine had a lamp that didn't go on, but a red lamp so he could see. Thomas got closer and recognized the face. It's you! The tank engine that fell into the abyss. Pilot Thomas. Oh yes, so good to see you, Thomas, my friend. It's been a while. 1983. The year the incident happened. Where's Gordon? Oh, Gordon? You mean the Gordon in the hole? Well, let's just say he got scrapped. I, on the other hand, was at least lucky. Well, Gordon never meant to be scrapped. That was all because the ground was unstable. And how of a fool I was to go into that hole. Well, like you always said, Thomas, accidents happen now and again, just when you least expect. That wasn't an accident. This was an accident that was on purpose, all because of you. Or, well, me, but you. Suddenly, Thomas was shocked. What the? How did I teleport in front of you? Right behind Thomas was the hole. Oh, nothing. Just a little magic. Suddenly, Pilot Thomas shunted Thomas. Ah! Hey, what are you doing? Thomas's wheels dangled from the hole. What are you doing? Said Thomas. Oh, nothing. Just bring you down with me. Soon as Topham Hatt and Gordon come along, you'll already be in the hole, all covered in rubble, rubbed into the bottomless pits of hell. I know, Gordon. Even if we had a bit of trouble with our friendship, I'm sure he's going to come and help me. And how is that? You'll already be in the hole. The ground will be unstable if Gordon tries to come and save you. Tick-tock, the time's running out. Say goodbye, Thomas. I don't think it's goodbye for him. Get your rusty, broken buffers off of Thomas. Ugh, dang it! You stupid blue sausage! I'll get my revenge soon, Blue Puffball. Just you wait. Hey, Thomas, you alright? Yeah, I'm fine, Gordon. Thanks for the help. I'll get a breakdown train so we can get you out of there. Thanks, Gordon. Suddenly, the sky changed back to normal. Wait, but I thought it was day. No, night. Oh, that was just Pilot Thomas. I guess when he was in this area, I guess the area, well, The setting kind of just changed. Then suddenly, down the line in front of Gordon was a set of buffers. The same buffers Pilot Thomas puffed backwards to. I think we'll be safe for now, but I have a feeling he's not gone yet. What do you mean, Gordon? Said Thomas. You see those buffers up ahead? Yeah? What's up with them? Well, Pilot Thomas backed up to those. So, do you think those buffers might be magic buffers? Maybe so. We'll have to find this out later. Let's go get the breakdown train, Gordon, alright? Alright. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, except for one engine. Where is that blue tank engine? I need to find him and kill him before Gordon can notice me. Oh, there he is. Alright, Annie and Clarabelle, let's get going on our branch line. Then suddenly something caught Clarabelle's eyes. Wait, Thomas? Are you over there or you're over here with us? I'm over here with you two. Why would you ask a stupid question like that? Said Thomas. Then who is that blue tank engine over there? What the? Annie, Clarabelle, we need to get going now! Go! Oh, I got you now! Oh no, he's getting on us! You can't run, but you can't hide! Fuck my buffers! Get back! Thomas quickly arrived at the station. Hey, passengers, climb on quick! A passenger came up to Thomas. Hey, Thomas, what's wrong? Why are you rushing us? Oh, let's just say we got another E2 on the chase. Not my brother Timothy, but someone completely different but similar to me. Oh, there you are! Thought you could hide at a freaking station? With that road! Suddenly, a familiar magical tank engine puffed up. I can't give up yet. I'm coming, Thomas! Thomas suddenly started. He didn't know why he was back, but it didn't matter. Please, help! Remember that time we went down the mine? Well, let's just say I'll make you have a worse fate than that. But if I can stop you... Suddenly, Pilot Thomas turned into a new form they had never seen before. He pushed Annie and Clarabelle so hard that they derailed. Passengers screamed in terror. Sorry, Annie and Clarabelle, but I gotta leave you two behind! Pilot Thomas changed the switch so they could chase Thomas on the other track. Come on, lady, you can do it. I'm trying, Granny! Lady went through the derailed Annie and Clarabelle. The trouble was growing as Pilot Thomas was pushing Thomas. Thomas, use your brakes! Use your brakes! I can! This tank engine's strength is like over 9,000! Thomas and Pilot Thomas were heading towards a shed with a buffer near Callie. Seniors and ashes! Yelled Thomas. And they soon rammed into the shed. It was a cloudy day on the island of Sodor, and Percy was puffing up to Olsted. Oh, hey, Stephen. Oh, hello there, Percy. I'm just sitting here at, Olsted. Well, that's pretty cool. But then suddenly, Percy looked closer at Stephen. There was something on Stephen's buffer beam that caught his eye. Hey, Stephen, what's that little cross on your buffer beam? Oh, this thing? Well, this is what I call a crucifix. Well, back then, my driver went to this, old creepy hotel. Back then, I was on my old railway, and even before he was my driver, he was just a regular businessman, booking a hotel somewhere. And as he was walking through it, he suddenly saw a monster. I don't remember the name. I think it was Rush, an entity that's faster than me, of course. But then, my driver looked into a drawer. He suddenly saw a little cross. He grabbed the cross and threw it at the monster. And the monster went floating up into the air. A blue aura symbol came up. Blue fog surrounded the monster and brought him into the depths. That monster was never seen again. That's why we call this thing the crucifix. It's a powerful thing, you know. That is crazy. Wait, you think I can use it for something? And what it may be for? Well, back at the sheds, Thomas told me about this Pilot Thomas engine. Apparently back in 1983, a different version of him went into the mines, at the lead mines. Gordon tried to save him, but they pretty much didn't survive due to Gordon's weight of a tender engine. And apparently now, Pilot Thomas has been chasing Thomas ever since. And apparently, Lady is helping out with Thomas. But I think Lady might need more help. Could we, use it for Pilot Thomas? I mean, Pilot Thomas really isn't a monster, but a tree. But I mean, he could count as a monster. And who's this Pilot Thomas you're on about? Well, it's kind of like Thomas, the same old blue and stuff, except larger side rods. I guess some different changes of him, including he has some dark form. Thomas told me about it, and the details were really just his blue livery changed into black, and his eyes went full dark. His eyes were like voidless, and he had no smile, just a creepy smile, black. Alright then, you can use it, but I must warn you, this crucifix is very fragile. Well, I mean, it's not fragile, but what I'm trying to say is to be careful with it. Because one wrong slip of a hand, or in this case, buffer, you could easily end up using the crucifix on yourself and bringing you into the depths of hell. And also, be careful on using it against Pilot Thomas. He could find some way to try and use it against you. So I suggest you use it wisely. Percy's driver picked up the crucifix off of Stephen's buffer beam and placed it inside the cab of Percy. Good luck, Percy. Alright. With that, Percy puffed off. As Percy backed up, he stopped at a water tower to get some water. Alright, can this water hurry up? And soon enough, the water was full. Alright, let's continue. But suddenly, they heard a loud whistle that sounded just like Thomas's, but not the familiar one. That's Pilot Thomas! Come on, driver! We gotta go get him! Percy raced across the waterfall. Come on, Percy, hurry! Percy hurried and entered the yards of Farquhar Station. There in the distance, Percy could see Pilot Thomas. What is he doing here? Slowly, Pilot Thomas walked towards a switch that led to a shed. And in that shed was Rosie. Oh, what a pity. An engine who hasn't seen my death at all. What do you mean, Thomas? Said Rosie. It's Pilot Thomas to you. Soon, all the engines that haven't seen my fate back in 1983, will have to experience a different death, way worse than mine. Anyways, let's get right to it. Rosie closed her eyes for the impact. But then suddenly, Rosie opened her eyes. I survived? For now. What do you mean by an explosion had occurred? Rosie's top half was on fire. Pilot Thomas had gone so fast that he had blown up Rosie in seconds, leaving her chassis still intact. You monster! Yelled Percy. Pilot Thomas saw Percy from afar. You're next! Jumper, we gotta go! Percy rushed out of the station, with Pilot Thomas far behind. Percy saw it coming, so he turned out his light and rushed into it. With Pilot Thomas following behind. Percy soon stopped at Hat Bend when he saw Gordon there. Wait a second. Gordon, what are you doing here on Thomas's branch line? Well, Mr. Topham Hatt told me to keep a lookout on Thomas's branch line because, he's nowhere to be found. What? Yeah. James told me that he saw Thomas earlier getting pushed by another Thomas into the lead mine. Pilot Thomas. He decides to trap my best friend in the lead mine? At any moment they can collapse. We need to find a way to stop it. But how? Well, my driver got this from Steven. It's something called a crucifix. From what I heard, he told a story about his driver going to some creepy hotel, using it on a monster called Rush. So guys, I can understand why you don't believe it. Neither do I believe it. Yeah, I was just about to say that, because, now from living here, I've never seen some creepy hotel. But I mean, it was taking place when, like, his driver wasn't, being a driver, just a businessman, that's what he told me. The point is, we need to use this crucifix. He said that it could bring monsters down to the deep depths of hell. Okay, so, what's your plan? Well, I'm going to need to use the crucifix on Pilot Thomas. But first, I need bait. And you're going to be the bait, added Gordon. Yes. Plus, didn't you say you were the fastest engine on Sodor? When Percy said that, Gordon smirked. Well, you are right. I am the fastest engine here. Alright then, I shall be his bait. Plus, back in 1983, Thomas wasn't really the fastest engineer. Heck, to this day he still isn't. Not trying to be rude to him though. Suddenly, Percy heard a whistle. It's Pilot Thomas. I'll let you go on my track. From a distance, the signalman heard somebody yell, "Points!" Soon, the points were switched to recorded. "Good luck, Percy!" yelled Gordon. Thomas saw Gordon, he chased after him instead of Percy. Percy looked at his cab where his driver was. Driver, this is our chance. Fireman, grab that crucifix. We're going to need it. Alright, Percy, let's finish this, said his driver. Never thought I would say this, but full steam ahead! No, Percy. And with that, the chase was on. He's going to regret for messing with my friends, including Tom. The chase was still going on as Gordon, Percy, and Pilot Thomas entered Knapford Yards. Pilot Thomas and Percy switched tracks as Gordon stayed on the other track. Alright, Percy, got any ideas? Well, Gordon, we need to end this now. We need to head to the lead mines. Just follow my lead. Go straight towards those points, yelled Percy. As the signalman heard the words points, he switched the points so that Gordon could puff on the other track. Get back here, you! Yelled Pilot Thomas as he puffed on. Let's end this, said Percy as he puffed onto the track. Gordon knew what Percy was doing, so he switched the track leading into the tunnel. Gordon stopped halfway into the cave. Well, outside of the cave. At the lead mines, there was a cave that was built, but never finished. Come on, where are you, Percy? Percy buffered up to Pilot Thomas, trying to slow him down. Get off me, you green caterpillar! The points were switched where to Gordon was, but as soon as Pilot Thomas got closer to the points, they were switched. Percy stopped where Gordon was. Push him, yelled Gordon, and Percy did exactly that, pushing Pilot Thomas. Pilot Thomas tried to stop in time, but it was too late. Why, you made me crash! Yelled Pilot Thomas. For a reason. You caused too much chaos on this island. At first you derailed my friend Thomas, then tried to derail Gordon, then tried to kill Rosie, which you succeeded on. But other than that, you are a monster to this railway. Oh, really? What makes me the monster? Aren't I the #1 blue tank engine? A faker, said Percy. And aren't I your best friend? You're not my best friend, Thomas. We're on a whole different level. An even scarier level than Timothy. This is what Timothy and Thomas will want me to do. I know they are not dead, but they're still counting on me to stop this once and for all. And we're ending this right now. Any last words, Pilot Thomas? I'll always come back, said Pilot Thomas. Percy's driver threw the crucifix. It flew in the air past Percy and landed beneath the rubble beneath Thomas, Pilot Thomas. What was that going to do? Suddenly, Pilot Thomas got lifted in the air. What's going on? He yelled. The power of the crucifix, yelled Percy. This is your end. No! Help! Help! Pilot Thomas used all his power, but it was too strong. And with that, Pilot Thomas was gone. everything was back to normal. So, Percy, did we stop him? Yes, Gordon, we did. Well, good riddance. Percy found out that he ran out of coal. Hey, Gordon, you think we can push us back to Tidman's sheds? Sure thing. Plus, we kinda need to get Thomas out the works. By now he should be fixed. Let's go, shall we? Sure thing.